Welcome back to the story of Hashem's search for the Tzadik. There were 10 generations from Adam till Noach, and then 10 generations from Noach till Avram. The son of Noach was Shem. Was he the Tzadik Hashem created the universe for? The son of Shem was Arpachshad, and the son of Arpachshad was Shelach. The son of Shelach was Aver. Were any of these the Tzadik Hashem was waiting for? The son of Aver was Peleg. Was he the Tzadik Hashem was waiting for? The son of Peleg was Reu, and the son of Reu was Serug. Serug had a son called Nahor, and Nahor's son was Terach. Was Terach the Tzadik Hashem was waiting for? The son of Terach was Avram. Was Avram the Tzadik Hashem was waiting for? Let's look at the life of Avram and understand, how did Hashem know he was the Tzadik that he was waiting for? Noach had 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Yafes. Ham had a son called Cush. Cush had a son called Nimrod. Adam HaRishon, the first man, had been given a special suit, a set of clothing made by Hashem himself. Whenever Adam wore this suit, all the animals would behave tame in front of Adam. Before Adam died, he gave his suit to Shes. Shes gave it to Chanoich. Chanoich gave it to Mesushelach. And Noach received it from Mesushelach, his grandfather. When Noach came out of the Teva, Ham stole this special suit from his father Noach and gave it to his son Cush. Cush then gave this suit to his youngest and favorite son, Nimrod. Nimrod wore this special suit whenever he went hunting. All the animals were unafraid in front of Nimrod, and that's how it was easy to hunt them. Nimrod could easily get very close to them without them running away, and then he would trap and kill the animal. Nimrod was only 20 years old when he began wearing this special suit. Hashem actually made the person wearing this suit much stronger than usual. No wonder he soon became famous as the most amazing hunter in the world. Nimrod was a good speaker too. He not only knew how to trap animals, he knew how to trap people with his mouth. That means he could give such good arguments for why people should trust him, that soon he had become the leader of many thousands of people, till they made him king over them. Nimrod won every battle and war until his own kingdom, with many ministers in charge of different parts of his kingdom, was established. And his favorite minister was Terach. Terach was a very talented man. Nimrod made Terach the highest minister of all the others. Terach was also Nimrod's top general of his entire army. Terach helped make Nimrod even more rich. How did he do that? Well, Terach invented a way to stamp coins with pictures of people on those metal coins. He became the first inventor of minted coins. and he was also the highest priest of all the idol worshippers. Nimrod had many wise men as his ministers. Some of them were astrologers. Astrologers are people who study the night sky and the position of the stars, and they could tell what would happen in the future just from reading the position of the stars. Early one morning, these astrologers came urgently to the palace. "Yes, Your Majesty, we have read in the stars a great danger to you. The stars predict that a boy will soon be born who will grow up to claim you are not a true God, and that you, Nimrod, did not create the world. So what do you suggest?" "We suggest, Your Majesty, make a law that all newborn boys will be killed." "I agree, but we must be clever about it. Listen, have my builders make special houses where every woman about to have a baby must stay in her own house till the baby is born. We'll give a house to each one of these mothers, and if the mother gives birth to a girl, she will go home with her new baby. But if it's a boy, she will go home alone." Terach, Nimrod's top minister, was there. "Your Majesty." "Terach, what is it?" "My wife is soon to have a child. Surely she is not included in this law?" "Terach, have nothing to fear. I trust nobody like I trust you. If your wife has a boy, I am certain you will raise him to be just like you, loyal to me in every way. Don't worry, this law does not apply to your family." "Thank you, Your Majesty." Over the next few months, over 700,000 newborn baby boys were killed by this most cruel King Nimrod. Terach's wife, her name was Amtalai. She was the daughter of Karnavo. Terach's first child was Avram. A year later, Nahor, his brother, was born, and then Haran. This is the story of how Avraham was born. The same night Avram was born to Terach, Terach, his father, made a big feast, an enormous party for all the other important ministers of Nimrod's kingdom. They were Nimrod's wise men and wizards, the same astrologers who had warned Nimrod of what they had read in the stars. On their way home late that night, something most strange happened. "A large star is flying across the night sky from the east," shouted one of the ministers to the rest of the group walking back from Terach's party. They all looked up and saw an amazing sight, never seen before. And what happened next was the most extraordinary of all. From all four corners of the heavens, one star shot out from each corner and followed this one great big star. Amazing! Just absolutely astonishing! What could it possibly mean? The wise men all looked at each other. The wizards amongst them were great experts in astrology, which is actually the study of the position of stars. They were such brilliant astrologers that they were sometimes able to read the future from watching the positions of stars at night. They understood exactly what this strange happening meant, but they were too afraid to say. Finally, one of them spoke up. "You all know as well as I do that this most strange event is connected to the son just born to Terach this night. He is the child we warned Nimrod of. It means he will grow to become a great nation that will say there's only one God in the universe. The meaning of the other stars shooting out from all four corners of the sky is that all the nations of the world will one day follow this one star, all believing in the same one God. This nation that will come from the son of Terach will produce the leaders of the entire world. They will kill many kings who worshipped other gods, and finally, they will receive the land that is meant to be theirs." The group walked back to their homes in silence. They were all too afraid to tell Nimrod, because Nimrod believed he was the king of the world, and he even said he was the God that created the universe. Do you think Nimrod will be happy to hear the meaning of this amazing sight? By the next morning, all the wise men and wizards met. "We must tell Nimrod about what we saw last night, because if he finds out from someone else, he'll punish us for not having told him first." They all agreed. Nimrod was stroking his beard with an evil-looking smile on his face as he listened to his wise men describe to him what they saw the night before. "In that case, I have no choice. Tell my loyal minister Terach to come see me in the palace immediately. I will take care of this matter myself." As soon as Terach finished bowing in front of King Nimrod, Nimrod got to the point. "Terach, you are my loyal minister, who I have placed above all my other ministers. You know that if I ask anything of you, it is only out of love for you." "Your Majesty, you are my king, you are my lord, and God of the world. Even my life belongs to you. Whatever you ask of me is my honor and happiness to obey." "Good, Terach. You answer well. I understand you have just had a baby boy. Give him to me, Terach. I wish that you gift me your son for me to do as I wish. I will reward you with a house filled to the ceiling with treasure." "Certainly, your Majesty. As soon as he is weaned and my wife has stopped feeding him, I will have him brought to you for your service. It is an honor for me to gift you my son." "No, Terach. I do not need him to serve me. I ask you, bring him to me today. My wise men and astrologers saw in the stars that your son will one day say there is only one God. You and I know that I am the only God and King. I will save you from the suffering of a son who will embarrass you. Bring him to me today, Terach, and I will take care of him. I will give you a storehouse full of gold and silver in return. Terach understood. This meant the king would kill his newborn son, Avram. Of course, your majesty. Just to do your will is my reward. My love for you is greater than any love for my own child. I just ask that His Majesty permit me to bring him to you in 3 days. This will give my wife 3 days to enjoy her firstborn child. Terach hid baby Avram in an underground cave.